Well, hello everybody. Yes, this is real. I guess I'd say me magic is real or whatever. Life imitates art, imitating life. I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't know what timeline we're living in. I don't know if it's the good timeline or the bad timeline or the timeline that's a little bit good, a little bit bad, maybe a little bit of both. But we have Bibi Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, tweeting about Epstein. Just the fact, because when I saw this, I thought this was a parody account. But no, this is Netanyahu's actual account. I'll even go. You just have to understand. I saw this just pop up in my feed because I follow Netanyahu, and I just saw this, and I'm like, this has got to be a joke. There's no way Netanyahu is tweeting about Epstein, but he is. And more than that, he's claiming that there was a political conspiracy that Epstein was behind to overthrow him. So it seems like Epstein was like a major player in Israeli politics and was conspiring against Netanyahu. So how many layers of subversion are we on at this point in time? We've got Netanyahu who's subverting America, and then you have so you have Netanyahu subverting America, then Epstein's subverting Netanyahu, and then there's the people who are controlling Epstein from behind the scenes. So it's like the international Zionist conspiracy against the international Zionist conspiracy. So is this like the Israel deep state or something who's going after Netanyahu? But why would the Israeli deep state go after Netanyahu? I don't even know. It's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. Let me just share this. This is something, all right. Yeah. I don't know what to say. So Netanyahu, this is not he didn't post anything specific and personal. He just posted a link to this article in Jacobin, of all things. There's something about a conservative Israeli prime minister posting an article from a publication called Jacobin. I don't know if it's appropriate, if it's not appropriate. It doesn't matter. But I'm assuming he's co-signing this. If he's posting this, I'm going to assume that this is truthful and accurate. That what is in this article, Netanyahu is saying is legitimate. Is 100% legitimate. So I'll just wait a second, give people some time to filter in. I tell you, it's like with Silvio. Let me just see here.
And one.
It's I don't know. I think is this worth an actual Al Pacino? Just when I think I'm out, or is this like the tier of Silvio's terrible impression? Well, let's start off with Silvio's.
So, cheer me up, babe. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Huh? Zappuccino.
Okay. Then we'll do the actual one.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna do a stream tonight, but Fate, it appears, has given me this, and this just came completely out of nowhere. So let us get into this. Okay. All right. So, Jacobin. Jeffrey Epstein claimed to have meddled in Israel's elections. So, the Israeli operative who meddled in America's elections also meddled in his own country's elections. Once again, we got like some Inception stuff going on here. Like, it's hard to know who's Jing who at this point. Okay, newly released files show Jeffrey Epstein claimed to have been involved in Ehud Barak's 2019 election challenge to Bibi Netanyahu. It's well past time to ask questions about the billionaire pedophile's links to Israel. So, once again, Netanyahu posted this. He co-signed this. What are all the comments? The top comment was Bibi Netanyahu reposting Jacobin on Jeffrey Epstein subverting Israel. You couldn't write a juicier script. Even Bibi agrees that even Bibi agrees that Epstein worked for Israeli military intelligence. Okay, so Netanyahu is openly admitting, at least I think that's a fair assumption given that he endorsed this article, that yes, Jeffrey Epstein worked for Israel. That's one of now you can understand why Trump wakes up in the middle of the night sweating when he hears "you and I are friends." That's one of the sensational, damning Jeffrey Epstein messages that has been roundly quoted since being extracted from the more than 20,000 documents released by the House Oversight Committee last week. Seeming reference to the power Epstein held via damaging information he had amassed over the rich and powerful, the now president included. Okay, so that's basically confirmed. Yet oddly, what has been left out of the universal media coverage of that quote is what it was in reference to. Epstein appeared to be taking credit for former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak's re-entry into Israeli politics in 2019 with the aim to topple Netanyahu in the second of what would be 3 Israeli elections in a year. So Epstein claimed that he was influential enough in Israeli politics that he was able to get Ehud Barak to come back and run against Netanyahu. So he claims that he had basically personal control, or was like the personal backer of the main opposition politician in Israel. That's kind of interesting. The quote's missing context fits squarely with the unofficial omertà in the mainstream press on discussing Epstein's relationship to Israel. Namely, the long-standing claims and rumors that the billionaire pedophile had been an asset or otherwise worked for Israeli intelligence. Netanyahu just coming out and admitting it. That code of silence has been on the verge of breaking down over the past month, after DropSite published a series of stories on Barak's hacked emails showing Epstein quietly carrying out work on behalf of the Israeli government. Just admitted it. Once again, Netanyahu posted this. Netanyahu is like, yeah, this is accurate. I don't know. It's insane. Like, watch that this whole thing just gets like completely swept under the rug or something like that. But I don't even really like know what to say about it. Constantine. Okay, so just for people who are coming in now, just to reiterate. So Netanyahu posted a link to this Jacobin article on Jeffrey Epstein. And basically, the article confirms that he worked for the Israeli government, that he was a key figure in Israeli politics, that there's it admits here that there's a open conspiracy to cover it up. So let's see here. Okay. After Dropsite published a series of stories based on Barak's hacked emails showing Epstein quietly carrying out work on behalf of the Israeli government. On Sunday, former Donald Trump ally Marjorie Taylor Greene pointed to Dropsite's reporting on CNN to charge that the right question to ask is, was Jeffrey Epstein working for Israel? A charge met with pushback on the network. Well, I mean, Netanyahu is admitting he did. The Oversight Committee's release sheds further light on Epstein's entanglement with Israel, primarily through the figure of Barak, long known associate of Epstein, who has insisted that he only saw the convicted pedophile on occasion and never in the presence of women or girls. That's actually more suspicious, isn't it? Like, that's kind of weird. Like, there's just no women around when they were talking? I don't know. The recently released tranche of emails adds to a raft of disclosures in recent years that shows the two men were far closer than Barak let on. Ironically, many of the disclosures came in the wake of Barak's apparently Epstein-backed attempt to reignite his political career. In June 2019, after spending years attacking Netanyahu's increasingly extreme and corruption-embroiled rule, Barak, a former defense minister and military chief of staff, came out of retirement and formed a new party to challenge him. In a chat with former Trump advisor Steve Bannon that month, Epstein implied the move was his doing. He shared a report from Israeli outlet Ynet Global about Barak's announcement. So Epstein is involved with Steve Bannon? I actually didn't know that. I think I heard some references to this. But if this is accurate, it seems like they were like moderately close. I've been busy, Epstein wrote in a follow-up message. Wow, Bannon replied. Jacobin has cleaned up Epstein's bizarre punctuation for clarity. I'm dealing with Ehud in Israel, making me crazy, Epstein elaborated 12 minutes later. Ehud's massive. Can we announce I'm his strategic advisor? Bannon asked. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That was just a part of the story I wasn't that familiar with. This will be a long campaign, lots to talk about. This is a brilliant move. Thanks, only the first step. Now you can understand why Trump wakes up in the middle of the night sweating when he hears you and I are friends. It's dangerous, replied Bannon. There are no other details in Epstein's emails about his claimed involvement in Barak's campaign, though he may have been hinting to Bannon that something like it was in the works. A month earlier, Epstein had, apropos of nothing, sent Bannon a BBC report on Netanyahu's failure to form a coalition government in the wake of Israel's 2019 election, which had triggered another round. Will Ehud be PM? Doubtful, replied Epstein, but he is not to be underestimated. Okay, Blue Team clarifies they started talking after Trump fired him. So I guess Trump W? That he got rid of Bannon? If this is the shit he was involved in. What helped sink Epstein's dangerous plan to reshape the Israeli political landscape was fittingly Epstein himself. Epstein was powerful enough to reshape the Israeli political landscape. Fascinating. Not long after these messages, the billionaire was arrested and charged with sex trafficking minors, and a series of scandalous new revelations about Barak's ties to Epstein soon followed. Yeah, isn't Bannon? Maybe he is. I don't know. Netanyahu made them the centerpiece of his political offensive against Barak, going so far as to officially request an investigation of him from the Attorney General, putting the challenger on the defensive and taking the wind out of his sails of Barak's attacks on Netanyahu's own criminal scandals. So we got the guy who's like has links to like Jewish far-right paramilitaries and Ben Gvir and Smulrich and all these other just really shady guys. And then he's running against the guy who has links to a pedophile, or who's like has a pedophile as his right-hand man. And this is Israeli politics. Like the two just extremely corrupt guys in some sort of goofy knife fight. Severely damaged by the revelations, Barak's poorly polling party was forced to form an alliance with several other left-leaning parties, and he had essentially taken himself out of the running for cabinet spot to get them over the line. One can only imagine how Epstein's claimed involvement in that very political project would have further dented its standing. If Netanyahu had been able to use it. Or maybe hadn't been able to use it. Is that what they're trying to say? Okay, so Constantine says Bibi turning the scandal in a way to liquidate his political opposition is starting to make sense why files were released. Maybe. I mean, we're in so many levels of like Jewception here. I don't know who's like Jewing who at this point. Let's see here. In a February 2018 email, Epstein asked Catherine Ruemmler, former White House counsel to Barack Obama, who had a mysteriously close relationship with the billionaire sex tracker, whether Bill Clinton would like to join you, me, Ehud, and Steve in a meeting that had apparently already arranged. Despite this email already being reported on by outlets, each wrongly published the reference to Barak's first name as Chud, thereby assuring his... Okay, so I guess in the other versions they published, they were trying to cover it up that it was Ehud, so they changed Ehud's name to Chud, which I guess they're saying that Ehud Barak is a Chud. Upon learning that Epstein had had a hand in Barak's sudden return to politics a year later, Bannon immediately tried to make himself useful to the former prime minister. My guy is in Israel. Can we contact him to Ehud? Bannon asked Epstein. On it, Epstein wrote back. Bannon's guy, he made clear, was Aaron Klein, almost certainly the former Jerusalem bureau chief of Breitbart, who played a key role in Trump's 2016 campaign, and following Trump's victory, became a prominent Jewish voice defending Bannon against credible accusations of anti-Semitism. So it looks like so was Epstein allied with Trump and Ehud Barak? Is that who it is? But Epstein also seems like he was more involved with the Democratic Party. It just seems like he's controlling everybody. Like he's working with Steve Bannon. He's working with guys from Breitbart. He's working with Bill Clinton. He's working with Obama administration officials. He's working with Trump guys. Like, I guess Netanyahu is just going to scorch earth and posting this because he's the only person who's not implicated in this whole thing. He's like, look, I might have like links to death squads. I may be using starvation as a weapon of war, but I wasn't involved with Epstein. So bring it up, Netanyahu W. Old friends. Epstein is a notoriously unreliable narrator prone to self-aggrandizement. Yeah, that's true. But it would not be surprising if he had a hand in Barack's 2019 comeback, given their close relationship outlined in these and earlier disclosures. Sounds like a tea kettle in the background. That's just my radiator. There's not really much I can do about it. I live in the prairies. It's cold here in the winter. Let's see. Barack sent Epstein, seemingly through his wife's email address, an op-ed he had written about the danger Netanyahu's disrespect towards Obama was placing on U.S.-Israel relationships, asking for your opinion and your remarks. It is not clear exactly how the edited version Epstein sent back differed from the original, but Epstein's unmistakable writing style, filled with elementary spelling mistakes and bizarre punctuation, suggests his fingerprints throughout the piece. So he was writing articles for Ehud Barak over like a decade ago. The fact that he had like the boomer, that he would write like boomer posting, like with weird punctuation and weird spelling mistakes, it makes this whole thing even more fascinating. One error-riddled passage, for instance, features inordinately lengthy praise of then-Secretary of State John Kerry, who Epstein had donated money to. He had the contact details of it in his infamous Black Book. Do we have the Black Book? The big names in Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book. Did we get the list of everybody who was in this? Yeah, we got a bunch of them. Okay. And tried to set up Bannon according to a separate chat log. Okay, so Bannon was trying to cozy up to John Kerry? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know, that's weird. Other seemingly error-riddled passages in the Epstein edit of the op-ed concern the unique relationship between the two countries and the vital importance of asymmetric U.S. aid to Israel. We should never forget it. Asymmetric. Both countries might unilaterally do things and take tough decisions from time to time that the other disagrees with. Contrary to Barack's denials, the other emails show regular meetings and communication between the two men. In a 2011 email to Jess Stately, the former disgraced Barclays Bank CEO, whose career ended thanks to his friendship with the pedophile, Epstein poked fun at Jerusalem Post headline about then defense Minister Barack's trip to the United States, listing his meetings with several other officials. It seems they forgot one person on the list, Epstein wrote, an apparent reference to himself. 5 years later, Epstein tried to get author Michael Wolff to join him. Okay, so let's see here. When Larry Summers bowed out of running for chair of the Federal Reserve in 2013, Barack... let's see here. Let me just jump ahead a bit. Wait, Noam Chomsky was involved now? Jeffrey arranged a meeting with former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, whose record I had carefully studied and written about. Noam Chomsky wrote in what appears to be a glowing character reference for Epstein of an indeterminate date. We have disagreements, but he has had a very fruitful discussion about a number of controversial matters. What the fuck? Okay, let's read the Noam Chomsky letter about Epstein being awesome. I met Jeffrey Epstein half a dozen years ago. We have been in regular contact since, with many long and often in-depth discussions about a wide variety of topics. Let's see here. Jeffrey invariably turns out to be a highly reliable source with intimate knowledge and perspective. Let's see here. I'm just looking through if any of this is that interesting. Once when we were discussing the Oslo agreements, Jeffrey picked up the phone and called a Norwegian diplomat who supervised them, leading to an exchange. Basically just confirming that Epstein is just deeply connected to basically everybody. So, yeah, that's... So, I don't know. Okay, we had disagreements. Let's see here. Thought you might find him amusing. Okay, let's see. Another proposed meeting between Epstein and Barak mentioned in the Oversight Committee's release involved two separate September 2013 breakfasts with Kissinger China guy and a member of the Rothschild family. Okay, what is this? The latter is the subject of the latest drop site report drawn from Barak's hacked emails, showing the two men attempting to use Rothschild's financial resources to develop cyber weapons for Israel? What the fuck? Jeffrey Epstein pursued Swift Rothschild Bank to finance Israeli cyber weapons empire? What? Okay, what is this? He met with Epstein is okay. Okay, so so Epstein was working with the Rothschilds to get money to build cybernetic super weapons for Israel, I guess. Rothschild negotiated a $25 million contract with Epstein Southern Trust Company. Let's see here. Just seeing. Disclosures show Epstein and Rothschild remained close in the years before Epstein's death. Let's see here. So, yeah. I'm not going to go through all of this. If you guys want to go to DropSite, they apparently cover all of this. But yeah, involved with Israeli cyber super weapons. Once again, Netanyahu co-signed this. Netanyahu posted this on his Twitter. He's saying this is accurate. Even with the wealth of material that's being released, Epstein's exact relationship to Israel remains unclear. Not to mention an answer to the specific question of whether he belonged to Israeli intelligence. Well, I mean, he was the intelligence service that was behind Israeli intelligence. He was the power behind the throne. Let's see here. But what that should mean at a minimum is an end to the widespread taboo of even asking questions about billionaires, sex offenders, links to the Israeli state. Epstein brokered security deals for Israel, had a close friendship with one of its former prime ministers and military officials, and apparently even secretly involved himself in the country's elections. If it were any other country, it would not be remotely scandalous to wonder aloud what it could all mean. Some. Let's see. So I think that let's see what else is. Let's just see what else Dropsite has put up. Epstein in Israel. Oh, let's see. Yeah, here we go. Jeffrey Epstein pursued Swiss Rothschild Bank to finance Israeli cyber weapon empire. Israeli spies stayed for weeks at a time with Jeffrey Epstein in Manhattan. Jeffrey helped Israel sell a surveillance state to the coast of Ivory. Back channel to Russia. Helped broker Israeli security agreement with Mongolia. What the fuck? We're doing Mongolia now? Okay, let's see what else has been released. So, I think that pretty. Does anyone have anything else they want me to cover with regards to this? I mean, very briefly, I don't even really want to talk about. Yeah, he was trying to open a back channel with Russia. Apparently, Epstein was that influential. Let's see here. As well. Isn't it kind of time for another Archie Awards? It's I need to do them. I've just been lazy lately, so. So just to wind the stream off, I didn't want this to be too long. So some more details came out about the peace offer. So there's all kinds of other goofy shit in this leaked document. I'm not even going to go into detail about all of it. So the rumor that Kellogg leaked it was from Steve Witkoff, who said that Kay was the one who. So, yeah. I don't know. You know what? I'm not even going to go into it. It's just retarded. Apparently, Trump has given Zelensky an ultimatum again and said you have till the 27th to accept this agreement. And if you don't accept this agreement, then we're going to stop giving you weapons and intelligence. And then Trump's going to go back to Zelensky again like a battered wife. I don't know. It's not that important. Anyways, guys, that's good for today. I will talk